Welcome to Story Pie. Let me tell you a wonderful story called The Sparkle Stone's Secret. Once upon a time, nestled among rolling hills and sparkling streams, stood the ancient sparkling ruins. They were very old, built long, long ago, and nobody knew exactly who built them. Princess Azal, who had a crown on her head and loved to carry a bag filled with shiny shoes, often gazed at them from her window, wondering about the secrets they held. The ruins were known for their mysterious glow, a gentle shimmer that could be seen even from the clouds above. One day, as the sun began to set, the glow from the ruins became brighter than usual. "Ooh!" exclaimed Pola the Polar Puff, a cuddly snow bear with dark turquoise ears, who loved icy adventures and warm hugs. "This is it! This is where the real fun begins!" She bounced with excitement, her fur already beginning to change color with the northern lights. Princess Luma, a kind-hearted princess with swirly hair and a deep pink dress who could talk to butterflies, tilted her head. "I wonder what's causing that," she murmured. "It feels like a puzzle." Her tiara, made from a fallen star, shimmered in the twilight. Princess Luma, curious and always ready to help, decided to investigate. Twinkle the sleepy star, a blue-violet star who fell from the sky to snuggle next to kids who couldn't sleep, yawned sleepily. "Ooh, is it nap time yet?" she asked, her voice soft and gentle. But when she saw the bright light, her sleepy eyes widened. "Maybe there's a comfy spot inside," she thought. Twinkle loved making dream pillows that showed happy movies all night. Together, Pola, Princess Luma and Twinkle decided to explore the ancient sparkling ruins. As they approached, they could hear the faint sound of, well, it sounded like giggling. "Let's go!" cried Pola, her dark turquoise ears perked up. They stepped through the crumbling archway, ready for an adventure. Inside, the ruins were even more magical than they appeared from the outside. Sunlight streamed through the broken walls, illuminating dust motes that danced in the air. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a hidden cavern. The cavern walls shimmered with a dazzling light, and in the center of the room they saw it, the Sparkle Stone. It was round and glowing, pulsating with a soft, warm light. "Wow!" gasped Pola. "It's like a giant snowflake made of light." And, as if on cue, Pola, with her special ability, began to create snowflakes in unique shapes all around them. But as they got closer, a mischievous shadow emerged from behind the Sparkle Stone. It zipped and zoomed and played a game of hide-and-seek with our friends, giggling the whole time. Princess Luma, who understood all flying creatures, tried to talk to the shadow. "Hello, little one. Why are you hiding the stone?" she called out gently. The shadow, however, just zipped away, but left a trail of hints. "Find the train of light," it squeaked. "Follow the flying machines of old." "A train of light?" wondered Pola. "Maybe it has something to do with the way the ruins were built." "And the flying machines?" asked Princess Luma, as a beautiful butterfly with deep pink wings landed on her nose. The butterfly seemed to understand the princess and fluttered off, beckoning them to follow. "Perhaps it knows the way," Luma exclaimed. Twinkle, meanwhile, yawned softly. "Maybe a little nap is in order," she whispered, collecting a yawn in her special pouch. However, before she could settle down, she offered comfort to her friends. "It is okay, my friends. Even if we are tired, we can still have fun." She gently squeezed Pola's paw and gave Princess Luma a soft hug. They followed the butterfly and the trails left by the shadow, looking for the train of light and the flying machines, finding many lost treasures along the way. They found a secret room filled with fancy dresses and crowns, and a puppy that looked very similar to the one Princess Azal loved back home, and decided to keep looking. As they journeyed deeper, they followed the clues, deeper into the ruins. With Princess Luma's knowledge of flying creatures, they navigated treacherous paths. Pola's resilience and ability to shape snowflakes helped clear a tricky passage, and Twinkle's calming presence kept everyone from being scared. Eventually they reached the final chamber. The shadow creature was there, looking sad, hiding behind a mountain of sparkling gems. "Why are you hiding the Sparkle Stone?" Princess Luma asked kindly. The shadow creature spoke. "I'm not hiding it. I'm lonely, and I didn't know how to make friends." The shadow creature was actually a little puff of dark mist, who made the ruins glow whenever he felt happy. Now it only wanted to play and be friends. "We are your friends," said Pola, giving the shadow creature a warm hug. "We love playing." And with the help of Princess Luma, who had a garden where wishes grow into flowers, and Twinkle, who knew all the lullabies ever sung, the shadow creature transformed. It was now a colorful, shimmering light that filled the ruins with even more joy. With the shadow creature as their new friend, they worked together to bring the sparkle stone back to its place. The ruins sparkled brighter than ever before, and the friends, feeling happy and content, celebrated with mugs of hot chocolate, made by Pola, of course, the best in the Arctic, pizza, with no sauce, just the way Sitara loved it, and lots of laughter. They learned that being kind and understanding could help solve any problem, and that working together made everything more fun. From that day on, the ancient sparkling ruins weren't just a place of mystery, but a place of friendship, laughter, and amazing adventures. And every time a new friend was made, the ruins sparkled just a little bit more. They knew friendship was the most wonderful treasure of all, even more precious than a crown or a bag filled with shiny shoes. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? What was the shadow creature hiding, and why? Let's see how you did. The answer is, the shadow creature was hiding the sparkle stone because he was lonely and didn't know how to make friends. You did a great job! I hope you enjoyed this story, Pie Tale. I'll see you next time.